Yeah, I'm like, 20. She 23. Donnell. 20. You oh,
I didn't date her mom because why didn't I date her mom?
yeah, good question.
No, wait.
I'm asking the question.
No, because
this ain't the Donell Rawlings show.
love is love.
If you don't,
Love is love.
I agree with you.
What?
You like them young, though.
I say Drake, I heard you. Nope. Don't do that. I don't like them young. I like what I love.
Wow, for you to ask Donell Rawlings why he's dating a younger woman when you dating a whole 19-year-old? Wow, hypocrisy. What's up, everybody? Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk because they actually got this clip. This is from Stephanie George, who used to be on the Bad Girls Club. Now, she's the baby mama of Donell Rawlings, the comedian, and she was brought up in that clip about how they had this 23-year age gap. And so Stephanie was basically reveling in this revelation that Shannon Sharpe is being sued by this girl who was 19 at the time. Mind you, Stephanie was 21 when her and Donell Rawlings got together. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this clip of her expressing how she feels about the situation. She also talks about how because of that clip or the whole interview, it led her into a depression. So let's go ahead and talk about it, as well as after she speaks, we're going to watch the full clip in its totality so we can get the backstory on it, right? All right, here we go, you guys.
Really wanted to address something that has really been bothering me for the past couple of months. My son's dad is a comedian and an actor, and he did an interview with a man by the name of Shannon Sharpe on his podcast. Now, on that podcast, Shannon Sharpe did a lot of digging. My son is almost 10 years old, and my son's dad and I broke up over 6 years ago. So for him to ever try to bring me up or a family dynamic or the age gap is very, very shocking to me. It's not surprising, but I just feel like, my son's dad has a girlfriend already. Why not do digging on her? And he was making fun of him at the fact that we have an age difference of 23 years. And, he was saying, why didn't you date her mom? Where did you guys meet? Forever 21? Cracking up, just asking really invasive questions. And what really hurt me, this was the kicker, was the interview, and it also had this headline on it that said, Donell Rawlings has baby, really wanted to address something that from Bad Girls Club, 23 years younger. So crazy, insane. As you guys know, we co-parent. So I know that my son is getting older. I always think like, oh my God, one day my son is going to see this. And I just did not like, it felt very, very icky how it was put out there. It felt really exploitive. And like, I just didn't like it. I live my life in peace. I just take care of my son. I work and I spend time in my garden, and I just do as much as I can to contribute to my own peace. And so I just felt very disrespected at the fact that he labeled me as that. I was just some crazy 23-year-old woman that was on Bad Girls Club. I didn't like it. It sent me into a depression. It kept me up at night. It really, really bothered me. And so I was on Twitter. I prayed about it. I said, God, I'm old enough to know that like, there's just certain people that are not nice. There's certain people that are very nosy from Bad Girls Club 23 that will, they're like, let's do this for shock value so we can get a lot of views. It just turned me all the way off. Now, last night I was on Threads and I saw his name trending and thought, wow, that's so weird. And then I clicked on it and I saw accuser. And, he's being accused of like really horrific things. And the girl was 19 when it started. So I'm thinking in my head, wow, you were really projecting. You went digging and you found the fact that we have a huge age gap and you highlighted that and you tried to make fun of it, but you were actually really living that life, if not worse. I mean, this girl was a teenager. And, with all the evidence that she put out there, I don't know if it's, good evidence or not, or, you know, whatever. The stuff that I seen was pretty awful. I just feel like if you live in a glass house, please don't throw stones. You are very quick with the lip to ask him details on and why didn't you date that will, you know, date her mom. Why didn't you date her mom? Oh, did you guys meet at Forever 21? At least I was 21. You know what I'm saying? Like 19 is too young. You at your big age, you know that. You have kids that are probably older than that. It really hurt my feelings with that headline. And now look at all the headlines that you have, you know, being accused by a 19-year-old. You literally, it's just like, it's crazy how, I wouldn't say karma works, but how the universe works. I knew that there was something not right as to why he was asking these questions. It just felt off. You know, it didn't feel like it was in good faith. And you were poking fun at it and you were living worse. So, date her mom. Why didn't you date her mom?
She's 23.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull the clip up from YouTube. But before we do that, I just have a few comments regarding all of this, right? So it's crazy. Like she said, the hypocrisy. He was questioning Donell Rawlings about, now, why didn't you date the mama? Now, the 19-year-old that you was messing with, why didn't you date her mama? For the same reason. You knew what you were looking for. You wanted something young and fresh. You didn't want no old lady or somebody your age. You know, Shannon Sharpe is 50-something. He didn't want nobody in their 50s. So just like Donnell Rawlings, he didn't want nobody in their late 40s. I think he was 40-something at the time. But he don't want nobody in their 40s. He wanted something young too, just like you. And the crazy part is, look at Shannon where he is now. He was asking these questions like he didn't like the same thing. He liked them young too. Now we're going to get into that clip that I played earlier. Let me go ahead and pull up the video from YouTube and let's discuss it.
I wish after Austin, I wish that I would have had another one right at that, just because he is built to be a big brother. And he just got that part of him. But you know, she's so young that she could pop out.
Yeah, I'm like 20. She's 23. Donnell. 20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Donnell?
I didn't date her mom because why didn't I date her mom?
Yeah, good question.
No, wait,
I'm asking. This is crazy now watching this because this was just 8 months ago. So again, a lot of these old clips that are coming up, this is during the time he was dealing with the Gabriella Zuniga girl. This was during that time he was dealing with her, the OF model by the name of Carly. Like, this is during that time. This was only 8 months ago. So Shannon Sharpe acting super like 23. Though, why didn't you date the mama? Why didn't you date the other girl mama? Hypocrite.
No, because
that ain't the Donell Rawlings show.
Love is love.
If you don't,
love is love.
I agree with you.
What?
You like them young, though.
Say Drake, I heard you. No. Don't do that. I don't like them young. I like what I love. I didn't groom nobody, son. It is what it is. But I can't date nobody my age and get what I wanted. What I look like getting a 48-year-old bitch pregnant.
It's possible.
It could have happened, but I ain't want them odds.
Hold on, she was on Bad Girls Club?
Yes.
You like bad girls?
I made her a good girl. Nigga, say that. Ask me another question.
You like toxic.
I was going through a transition in my life, and if somebody made me feel good about myself, that I knew in the future I was going to have a beautiful son, that you was going to try to ruin the relationship I had with him by talking about, did he see you between Diddy legs? I saw the future of this show before we even goddamn did it. All right? And I didn't break no laws. I didn't know. Yes, she's a lot younger than me. But that's what it was. I gave my opportunity. I gave myself an opportunity. Why you hating on me?
Where y'all meet at? Forever 21?
There we go. The Forever 21 comment.
Yo, y'all ain't got to laugh that hard, son.
But Shannon, where did you meet your girl at? She an OF model, so did you meet her off of, OF? Where were you at? Did you meet her after she graduated high school? Let me shut up. hypocrisy. And here's the difference. And I don't know why Donnell didn't say this. Like, I was in a relationship with this girl. And again, Stephanie had clarified she was 21 when they started dating or whatnot, right? She's 34 now. But she was an adult. She was a grown woman. Now, you with a 19-year-old, that's still somebody in their teens. 19 ain't even got the word teen in it. Come on. Shannon, you looking like a big hypocrite. We already knew that, but I mean, just going through these old clips of what Shannon would say and the way he lives his life, you have to question everything that Shannon Sharpe has ever said.
You know
I'm
what?
just trying to figure out that. I mean, where you meet this 23-year-old at? Because I mean, hey, 23, I think I'm a couple of years older than you. I go 33. So I just need to know. 23, 33, they're probably in the same area. Maybe we can hang out.
I'm not with you. I'm not hanging with you. I'm not hanging with you. Okay. What I want to say, there was a part of my life where someone gave me a certain energy that I needed. And they expressed to me, I wasn't out there on no playgrounds.
Yeah.
I didn't have R. Kelly in the background. And they expressed to me that and this is how they get you. I like older men. Bing, 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 bing,
Right.
bing.
You like younger women.
Can I finish my
Go ahead.
sentence? You can switch and do interview yourself. If you want to do that, give them another mic.
Nope.
No, it was just, it was something that happened in my life. It was timing.
Mm-hmm.
It was me coming off of another relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt this person made me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And that turned into a relationship where I had a beautiful son.
That's it. Where y'all meet? How do you ask out? I'm interested. I'm an older guy myself.
I was working.
It seemed like Shannon Sharpe was asking for himself, like, where do you get one of them young girls? You know, it seemed like he was asking for himself, really. Now that I kind of paying attention to it, it seemed like he was asking for himself.
Working on this show in New York, and we both had a social media manager, whatever, shared same person.
She worked on the show too?
No, she was on the show that you just said.
Okay.
I'm not embarrassed about that.
Okay.
But
No, you shouldn't be.
No, that was the case. And this person kept on saying, like, y'all energy, y'all funny, the sense of humor, whatever, that we wanted y'all to meet. And I'd be quite honest, I wasn't excited about it. I wasn't excited about it because of that show. I just wasn't excited about anything. Then I was going through a point in my life where I was like, I don't need to be with nobody right now. But then I met her. And this is how all relationships start. You feel and see all the good things. And there's somebody that knows, now I won't say pray on it, but they know what makes you feel good.
Right.
And at that time, everything about our conversations and everything I felt good about. And it was like small tests. This might be minute to you, right? But I remember I had took her shopping. And we were at this mall. And when I go shopping, I'm like this, I ain't looking on tags or nothing. Pop, 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 right? And there was 3 pairs of pants on it, right? And the pants was like, I was like, you like those? The pants were like $225 jeans. They both was $225 pair. Yeah. I said, you like them? She said, yeah. I said, why'd you put it back? And she said, I couldn't see myself. And this was my money I was putting up. She said, I couldn't see myself paying $225 for a pair of pants. And I know that feels weird, but I was like, I'm not mad at that answer.
Yeah, that's good.
I respect that. And what's so crazy is that Shannon Sharpe is over here paying this OF model a whole bunch of money to have these sexual encounters. But you hear how Donell Rawlings talks about Stephanie, very respectful, explains like, well, you know, she thought about him. Like, I can't imagine spending all this money. Even though it wasn't her money, she still was thoughtful. This is somebody you want to be in a relationship with. Shannon Sharpe is just out here having fun with these young girls. So 2 different scenarios. I don't even put them on the same spectrum. I think Donell Rawlings was looking for love. He happened to fall in love with the girl, where Shannon Sharpe is living out his freaky ass fantasies. two different scenarios, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there, and you guys can go ahead and check out the full clip if you want. But again, this lets me know all I need to know about Shannon Sharpe. And I feel like a lot of people are going to question why Stephanie, the former BGC girl, came out and spoke on this. Well, she was mentioned. That's why. And she was made fun of. And I think also, too, I was a little like, dang, it put you in a depression. But if you remember what she was saying, that she has a son who's older now. So when he's going to be able to see a lot of the stuff, and she's going to have to explain it to him. So I think that more or less, that's why it put her into a depression, because she got to answer for, Bad Girls Club, being in a relationship with a big age gap and all the rest of it. So I definitely feel for her. But at the end of the day, Shannon Sharpe, you a hypocrite. Please let me know what you guys think in the chat. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all for being here as always. But we out of here, y'all. Deuces.